In the future, we have different voice actors.
I'm Hal.
I'm Dave.
And together we are on a trip to Jupiter.
From hell. What is this game? Ah!
Oh, sorry, I just got better.
Dave, where did we go just now?
I don't know. I think we were in, like, alternate dimension. Hey, Beast Wars! I enjoyed this when I was like... What's that sound? I don't recognize these people.
That's not Scott
Ryan.
McNeil and Gary Chalk and David Kay.
Who are these people?
Where are our classic voice actors from Canada?
Where's our childhood? Oh God! So, I'm gonna say this. I was raised in England and I saw the G1 cartoon when I was a kid, but my childhood, Beast Wars.
I do remember there were some reruns of G1 happening. I think they called them Transformers G2, and there was some stupid CG intro. But I remember much more Beast Wars, because I was a bit older at that point. And man, were they cool to me.
Oh dude, they were awesome.
CG cartoon, animals turned into robots. And it had a much deeper, darker storyline that definitely stands to this day as one of the better Transformers storylines.
This was made by Mainframe Entertainment after they just got off Reboot. And as you can tell...
Were they done with Reboot when they started this?
No, but this was the other project they were working on. This was one of the most expensive cartoon... Okay, look. I know this doesn't look that great, but this was one of the most expensive cartoons back in the day.
It was revolutionary at the time. You'd never seen something like this.
Yeah, and even then, there are a lot of things that still hold up about this series. I can still enjoy episodes, but I can understand if people can't get into it because of the...
Yeah, it's definitely visually aged, but the writing's pretty solid.
At least the voice acting in all of it, except this game, is all good. But we're gonna start, and AirRaiser is apparently part of the loading screen. That's who we get. She's there.
Not loading. So this is a PlayStation 1 video game. From, I want to say like 1996, 1997.
And there were 2 Beast Wars games, I want to say.
Yeah, there's this and there's the Beast Wars Transmetals game.
And technically there's this Japan-only thing, but we never got it, so who cares?
Well, I know there's like a lot of stuff that was happening in Japan with Transformers that we just didn't get for a long time.
Yeah, but that's another story for another time. I want to focus in on Beast Wars.
Beast Wars.
So, who should I be?
No. Dave's the pilot. I'm going to let him pick.
I'll do Maximal because that's the toys I had.
I'm with that. I kind of love the good guy versus bad guy thing. I know a lot of Transformers games love to do pick your faction, though.
Yeah, no, they've always done that. So, Tarantulas Predacon, Chief Scientist, has overrun Rhinox's base and reprogrammed the defenses. So, alright.
So we've got characters here, and we've got some stats on them.
So we got Optimus Primal.
Obviously the best.
Cheetor, who's, here to not be Bumblebee.
He is the speed character.
Dinobot.
And the best character.
The best character in any Transformers show and cartoons from the... Okay, yeah, he's the best character in cartoons from the 90s.
I shall be judged accordingly. The rest is silence.
Like, seriously, I can't think of anybody
How many Transformers quotes Shakespeare?
Well, Dinobot's just the best, and he's also voiced by Scott McNeil. And, of course, the heavy Rhinox, who's always been a personal favorite of mine.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I never had his original toy. I have the Transmetal Rhinox, which never appeared in the TV series.
If you're going to get a Rhinox toy, I recommend getting the newer one.
Oh, man. So, the 3D artist in me is laughing on the inside at the models in the upper right-hand corner because you can see how few polygons were used to construct these guys.
Oh, it's horrible. So since he's the hero boy, we're gonna do Primal.
He's the hero, gonna take the Predacons down to zero.
We are also indulging in pure 90s nostalgia. You're just gonna have to deal with this.
I mean, you've been dealing with it this far, haven't you?
Yeah, that's true. And okay, I'm gonna tell you something. We have to rely on the joypad for movement.
I think this game was before the PS1 had an analog stick.
So, as stupid as...
I think you can use L1 and R1 to sidestep. There you go. Get some, like, Armored Core 1 controls going on. That reticle will lock on to whatever's in front of you and even adjust its altitude.
It's so...
Yeah, this game is clunky. I don't expect we're gonna get all that far into this.
No.
This is mostly let's take a look at the video game version of one of our favorite animated franchises.
Look, I'm a huge Transformers nut myself. I love a lot of parts about the franchise that are very different from each other. I can recommend arcs of the comic, though I'm not going to talk about it because I'd rather not deal with any stupid fallout from that today.
I mean, what I was going to say is that there are some pretty good recent Transformers games, like the Cybertron games, which I would love to play if we got the chance to.
The Cybertron games are great. I have both of them at home, and I own a couple of the toys, too, as well. Okay, I'm a toy collector, so if I start talking about, like, the toys and... you're gonna have to deal with that.
Dave's toy collection is truly legendary.
Well, you know, and if you want to see a bunch of robots, I'm your dude.
I mean, I'm not too bad either, but I don't have quite the museum that Dave has.
My museum of... if you really want to talk about a museum I have, you should look at my comic collection. Now that is a museum.
Yeah, except for it's obscured by your massive Gundam collection.
We don't... Let's not confuse them. Maybe some...
Life.
I'm trying to get it. Yeah, I got a life. But
so this game is horrifically clunky. I believe you can press the triangle button to transform. Beast mode.
What?
You're a gorilla.
Does that
What's the use of being a gorilla, you ask?
I don't...
None.
Clearly.
The fact that you can transform is largely incidental in this game. Okay, so you see on the lower left-hand corner you have a health bar, but what do you think the purple bar is?
I don't know. What is that?
That is your energon resistance gauge.
Okay.
So you know the premise that the planet is laced with energon and it adversely affects
Oh my god,
bodies?
let me guess. You have to turn to beast mode to... Like,
yep, that is the purpose of beast mode, is if your energon resistance is depleted, you have to change into beast mode to recover it.
I guess that's...
Other than that, regardless of what deadly animal you turn into, it has no attack.
Yeah.
So, as much as Optimus Primal should just be able to gore the heck out of these things... That's what gorillas do, right? They gore?
Yeah, they gore.
Ooh,
and I died.
Failed.
I thought that could have been something nice, but it wasn't.
I mean, it'd be really cool, like, Optimus Primal as a gorilla just, like, going ape on these guys, like, taking a gun turret and ripping it off and using his great robot ape strength to chuck it. No, that doesn't happen in this game.
Oh, I guess I can choose.
So I think we have 2 levels available.
A
couple of... Scorponok is extracting energon from the desert region.
Alright, so... Oh, is this...
this is kind of like our Marvel Superheroes playthrough, where Optimus Primal is dead.
Oh god, I killed off Optimus. Wait, that's not unusual, if I'm being honest.
I mean, if your name is Optimus, you will die sometime.
Yeah.
You'll probably resurrect stronger than ever with a brand new toy.
I'll do Rhinox since I don't want Dinobot and Cheetor to die.
The Spark.
The Spark.
I like that Beast Wars gave us the Spark as part of the lore.
Dude.
Transformers metaphysics is fascinating.
Let me put...
Okay, so notice how around your energon gauge there is small ticks now and you are depleting? Because this area has way more energon in it than the city.
That's at least... And, okay, I can see.
Okay, best part about this game, the music.
It's really good.
It's like that ambient... techno 90s.
I can run.
So look at the ticks around your energon bar. You were going near an energon deposit, and so it drastically increased.
Admittedly, I can just run past everything. So
yeah, Rhinox is pretty fast, but that is a terrible running animation.
It really is.
See, there's energon. If you jump on it, you can kill yourself.
Whee!
Bye, Rhinox.
Nah, I'm not gonna.
Rhinox suddenly decides that he's had enough with this game.
Rhinox just
Maybe I will
die.
reincarnate in a better game as a tank or something.
He's just Tank Knox.
I mean, that was a thing.
Oh, let's not talk. Oh, Tankor. I was drunk. I was drunk and forgot.
Hey, I actually really like Beast Machines. I know that might be an unpopular opinion.
Beast Machines has some great...
I think its sophisticated storytelling was very interesting and very experimental, especially at the time.
Blow it all up! Blow it all up!
I like that Rhinox is sort of the pacifist scientist, and at the same time he's got some of the biggest guns of the team.
Beast mode. Woo!
He says beast mode the weirdest way. He's like, beast mode.
I've been spinning for you.
Yeah, so you're supposed to go just like take out an enemy base in this area, And while there's some other items you can collect, I think you don't really have to do that. What are you doing?
I was
just
pressing...
spasming between forms.
Well, I was
I've lost
hoping-
control over my ability to transform.
Jump, jump, jump. Okay, got it.
Man.
Okay.
Whoa. Okay, you did that. Wow. I love this like guitar riff and like
It's-
slow rock. There's your target.
Blow it all up, Rhinox.
Don't forget to sidestep.
Forgot that was a thing.
Yeah, the music. I don't know, something about this music is very ambient, very epic, and evokes all this like 90s science fiction that I love so much.
It's fair. Like, this is a... Let me put it this way.
If I ever get an anime, unless either I have orchestrated music or I have cool stuff like this.
That's fair. Get that to make sure I'm on health.
You're taking a lot of fire. What are they shooting at you?
No, I was mostly running away from
I think you need to shoot the central control tower.
Okay.
Yeah, you need to get up there. So, funny thing, there was a demo for this game on the PC, because there's a PC version of it.
Really?
And the demo version had, I think, only this level in it. And I remember trying really hard to beat it as a kid, but it ran very poorly on my dad's PC.
I wonder why.
Okay, you're gonna start taking damage because your energon resistance is gone.
Oh, dang, I gotta go to
You might get. You gotta back up. Yeah, you got the flashing to hit. Go like hide somewhere maybe.
Rhinox doesn't. Okay, yeah, Rhinox is
yeah,
only gonna hide.
rhinoceros horns are not capable. Now when you think about it, ooh, you were still getting bombed.
Yeah, but I got. God, I just got a lawn.
Yeah, you might have got. Ooh, that's a barrier.
Apparently, Rhinox it can only stay
Rhinox may not live through this.
Hold it.
Watch it! Ooh.
Oh.
Did I mention that energon resistance in death?
No, you didn't. Oh, well, yes, you did.
Yeah, I did.
What is this game?
What is it? This is not a good game.
Start mission.
So, yeah. How about the Maximals?
Well, it's fascinating to look at this because this is like an early PS1 third-person shooter. So
We're so glad that you chose to watch our Let's Play of this game, where we don't know what we're doing, because I'm sure there's a perfect run of this game somewhere out there.
I imagine that I don't know like what you could do with it. Well, you could omit our startling commentary. So let me explain Beast Wars, because I want to talk about the toys for a sec.
Let's keep playing though.
You're right. So, Beast Wars was important because it helped introduce widely to the concept. While this was experimented upon in G2, you want to know what this helped bring to Transformers? Ball joints.
That's a big deal.
Yeah. This allowed for more pulsability and greater... It was good for everybody. Ball joints. Oh my god. Dinobot's sword does not do this. This game is highly inaccurate.
He doesn't even shoot eye lasers like he did in the show.
No, this is not how
It's a spinning tail weapon, which does not spin in this game as far as I can tell. Oh my god, are you shooting velociraptors? You're shooting your brethren!
Fuck my brethren.
They were not strong enough to survive.
God, it's also the fact
Dinobot has much better energon resistance than Rhinox.
Nah, he's just like, yo, I can take it. Rhinox is just a little bitch boy. I'm ready for this, man.
Dinobot's the coolest. I mean,
Health.
coming off of you know, games like Mega Man X, you know, Dinobot is like the Zero. He's the badass samurai character.
Well, he was one of
with
the...
an edgy backstory.
He's a good... Well, he created a Transformers archetype that's still relatively used today.
Ooh, you can't get that near to Energon. Okay, so you're a Velociraptor. You should definitely be able to, like, you know, slash or chomp or something. But no.
Oh, okay, so that's what the purple thing does. Okay.
I mean, you've got jaws made of cybertanium.
Well, it's like this. To me, it's like Dinobots should be able to do attacks, and to tell you the truth, that's like an appeal of Beast Mode. It makes sense that you can attack, especially because this is one of those this Beast Wars is one of those, like, things. Like, I remember the Animorphs games when I was a kid, and...
There were Animorphs games?
Yes, there were Animorphs games.
I remember they had Animorphs Transformers toys.
Freaking A, this is just...
I hear they're pretty bad.
I had a bunch of them as a kid because I was a huge fan of the Animorphs books and TV show when I was younger. Ah, frick.
Oh, there goes that guitar riff again.
Yep. But, you know, Beast Wars was an expansive line, but it had to end for various reasons. Well, back in time.
Well, the thing about Beast Wars was that they had all these different toys of characters that just never appeared in the show, and G1 did that a ton, but every character appeared in the show.
Actually yeah, no.
In the form of a massive intro down pat the time.
Well, not as much as you would think. They would often just get one episode to themselves. It's only when in later seasons that they did, like, the whole, you know...
This is this guy, he does this. This is this guy, he also does this. This one smells really bad.
Well, yeah, Transformers had to deal with the fact that their gimmick was getting kind of old hat, so they had to come up with a bunch of different things.
Like combiners, headmasters, what have you.
So, Pretenders, you want to know what they were trying to go for? The Ninja Turtles market. That was why...
oh god, it all makes sense.
Yeah, like, you know those gnarly, like, detailed human designs they had?
That is fucking gnarly.
Yeah, that was the...
Gnarlier than the gnarly gnome.
Let's get this.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, that helps. So the crystals are energon resistance.
So, yeah, they can actually...
Which just reminds me of, like, better games that were on the PS1.
Alrighty. Nah, dude, there's just a lot of stuff that's just kind of like this game.
Wait, do you have double lasers? No, I thought you got like a power-up that improved your shots. I was wrong. Hey, you did it.
Yep, I did.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay.
I was supposed.
Poor Rhinox died because he didn't know how to do that.
This is one of those levels of just like pure.
I mean, let's face it. A rhinoceros is a fairly docile creature compared to a velociraptor.
I'm just gonna build up a bit here and hopefully just run away!
Rhinos are herbivores after all. They don't use their horns for killing prey. The voiceovers are hard to hear, but it's a terrible not Scott McNeil doing that.
It sucks just because...
Dinobot maximize!
Look, I know...
I can do a better voice than whoever they got for this game.
Scott McNeil also has just one of the most distinctive voices I ever heard, especially for Dinobot.
You know what would happen with some games? I don't know about this game, but some games early on, they wouldn't hire professional voice talent. They would just be like, hey, you in the office, do this.
Alright, this is going to be a problem, because I imagine this is one thing to choose this game, is just wait.
Oh yeah, we're playing the waiting game.
Yep, and it's gonna be
How
fun.
about that like weird nighttime sun in the distance?
That's that's like a cool looking visual.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's like a very like sci-fi image. But so this game has a city level and a desert level. But the city level doesn't make sense with the setting of Beast Wars because they crashed on a prehistoric Earth.
There's a justification, but it's only if you kind of take a theory to it. If you can think of it like as a Vok city, okay.
Oh,
so,
the Vok.
Okay.
Were the Vok a thing when this game came out?
Look, Air Razor's in this, so yes, she would have been a thing. It would have been a thing. So, okay. So,
Dave's going to explain the Vok, and it's worth it.
Okay, so let's explain the Vok. The Vok are kind of a confusing element because they weren't developed very... The backstory wasn't given to them, but the writers had a couple theories. So the Vok were like these ancient alien creatures tangentially related to Transformers in a way. And I mentioned tangentially because their origins lie within the Transformers mythos, but there's different versions of that. So that's...
wasn't this just because the writers didn't know a thing about G1 and so they didn't have any quintessons?
No, they didn't. No, that wasn't actually it. They knew about it, but they were basing it off the comic continuity.
Oh, yeah, comic books.
The comic book continuity was very different for G1 on a lot of levels. They were basing it off a thing called the Swarm to an extent. So the Vok were these ancient aliens who create Earth as a kind of experiment, and they left a bunch of these artifacts around that the Maximals and creatures would find, or Predacons would find, sorry.
This is canon.
Yeah. No, this is canon. This is all from the cartoon. So whatever I'm saying here is all canon. So to be fair, I also think the Vok were put in to kind of put in like a bit of red herrings to the plot to an extent. So that way people were like, okay, this is definitely not Earth. So, and then later it was actually Earth. Sorry for spoiling a classic show from the 90s, people.